We've just had an exciting delivery. Here it is. The Resiners team have sent me some more goodies. Now, I have got 3 of their gadgets now. I've got the airless, which I've been promising you to do an update video on. I have got a tumbler turner, which I haven't even got out of the box yet. And now this has arrived, so I'm going to do for you a gadget special at some point, and we'll take a proper look at all 3 of them. And also at that point I will have used them once or twice, so I'll be able to give you probably a more detailed verdict. Right, instructions. Well, it's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Place your moulds on the tray before pouring. That makes life easier, yeah, so you won't spill them. Remove any bubbles, turn the thing on, and done. 2 hours. Now, some of my resins cure in 2 hours anyway. Might need to go for, leave 30 minutes longer if it's a thin mould, so it's a little bit bendy, thicker. You can actually use it out the lid, but the curing time doubles, so that's interesting. Right, so it's an alternative to a heat mat as well. Right, let's get this little thing out. Tell you what, I'm just going to cut while I get this out of the box because it's going to be an awful lot of noise. So we're out of the box. It's very compact, which is neat, because we don't have bags of space in aircraft rooms, do we? It reminds me of the one I've had for ages that's got like several trays, so you can do a lot more, but you can only do thin things with it, and the same goes with this. But according to those instructions, it looks like you can leave the lid off and it will be a good alternative to a heat mat. So, you know, it's got lots of possibilities. I do like how compact it is. One thing I'm immediately noticing though is that the cable is really quite short. They do them with various nationalities, plugs on. So the only problem I've got here is I'm going to have to find an extension lead, because the area of my desk that's right by the normal 3-pin plug is rather full at the moment. So I'll be back in a moment. Found an old extension lead. That's not a criticism, by the way, that the cable's short. Some of my things have got cables that are miles too long, and you have to kind of cable tie them up to get rid of them. It can be messy. So that's not a criticism at all, just an observation. Now, I put in some items that I was working on earlier. These have been poured for about half an hour, maybe an hour in that case, but it is a normal resin that takes about, you know, up to about 20 hours to cure. So it'd be interesting to see how well this works. I'm not feeling heat coming off it, which is interesting. Let's have a read of the instructions. One click will operate for 2 hours, and the blue light turns red. Right, okay, it's on red now. For energy saving, the machine will automatically turn off after 2 hours working. Okay, so if you want to wake it up again, you just press the button again. Okay. Blue light standby, red light operating. I'm still not feeling any heat coming off this. Maybe it's just airflow rather than heat. Interesting, I don't know. Right, so pour it while it's in there. Yes, absolutely. I just moved those items because I was making over into here, and it's, you know, you have to be really careful not to spill it. So I'd already done all that effectively. The machine operates with a red light. Put the lid on, wait for 2 hours. Resin will be cured. I'm not feeling heat. Does this not use heat? Interesting. And then we read this bit about how you can use it for thicker pieces or thinner pieces and so on. Cleaning tips. Do not clean the product in water. Use tissues or wipes to clean. Okay. If resin spills in the mould, you can move it by hand or tools after the resin is fully cured on the surface. Okay, so you have to ping it off basically. It doesn't dry like, these are questions. It doesn't dry like it's supposed to. The epoxy's still sticky. Oh, okay. They're probably right there, nothing to do with the machine. If your resin isn't cured after a couple of hours, it might need another quick blast, I suppose. It depends how thick your resin is. But the main thing is, if it's still sticky, have you mixed it right? machine turns on but then shuts off. Oh, it's gone into sleep mode. So if you're not using it, it'll turn itself off. That makes a lot of sense. Can I use it with a UV resin? Well, if anybody's ever asked that, that's a stupid question, because that's not how you cure UV resin, is it? So, fair enough. Does it help with bubbles? Yes, heating the resin with this machine before mixing can reduce the bubbles. I'm not feeling any heat still. Resin with longer cure times as well, it also works for. That's interesting, because there's some things I like to that I get bubbles trapped against the mould, and so I use a very slow cure resin, which is low viscosity, and you know, the deep cast stuff, and that allows the bubbles to really move and come out, and that takes 2 or 3 days to cure. So it's interesting that it will work. This will work for that as well. It's just I'm intrigued that I'm not feeling any heat here. Let's take the lid off. I'm not feeling heat. It just seems to be air movement. Yes, it does refer to heating up. Okay, I'm going to come back and check on it in half an hour and see if there's any heat coming off it, or if it's just working as it is. Interesting. I'll keep you posted. Let's see what we've got. This was on for 2 hours. Remember, this is a resin that's meant to take, well, 20 I think officially. I usually find it cures quicker than that, but you're talking 8 or 10 hours at least, so let's see what's happened. It's cooled down. I've let it cool, as they said. So once it switched itself off, I left it half an hour and it's all cooled down. So yes, it's worked. Now I'm not going to spoil the other videos by taking these out. You'll just have to look out for these videos separately. But yes, I can hand on heart say this works. It did get hot in the end, and these are, as you can hear, rock hard. So I'm going to put some more stuff in there here. Obviously, because I poured these off screen. No, I'm not going to put them in. I'm just going to make a mess if I try and do that. So, thumbs up. I like this a lot. I will put you a link for it down below in the video descriptions. And so if you want to treat yourself to one, don't forget I've got you a 10% discount. I think it's 10%, is it? There's a discount code anyway down below. And obviously on more expensive bits of kit like this, that discount all the more worth having. So thanks for watching, folks. Watch this space for a follow-up video, which will be how I'm getting on with the airless a few months on. That's the bubble removing machine, and also for when I get to play with my tumbler turner. They've sent me, well, the tumbler turner is just a cheap one I bought from Temu, but they've sent me one of the drying cabinet things, so I shall be doing a video on that soon as well. Thanks for watching, folks. If you found the video useful at all, then please do give me a thumbs up. Drop me some comments as well. I love to read your comments. So I'd like to know what you think. Do you think you would get the use out of one of these? Be interesting to see. Okay, I'll see you for the next one then. Bye.